Welcome to this explainer of Ariel M. Sisney's book, Majesty in Monotony. Today, we're taking a seriously grand tour of existence itself, kicking things off with part 1, What on Earth? We'll be bridging the massive 13.82 billion year history of the universe right down to the incredibly personal biological reality of your own body. We're going to completely reframe how you view your place in the cosmos, and then we'll give you the ultimate operating system to navigate it. Okay, so let's dive right into this mind-bending spatial concept. Just stop and think about it for a second. You are currently sitting on a planet that's spinning on its axis like a top. At the exact same time, it's zooming around a star. That star, our sun, is hurling through the Milky Way galaxy, and the Milky Way itself is drifting on a massive collision course toward Andromeda, inside a supercluster that is in constant flux. When you really visualize all that overlapping movement, you realize you're in a state of relentless cosmic motion. You have literally never, not even once in your entire life, been in the exact same physical place twice. Kinda crazy, right? Chapter 1. Genesis of Today, the Universal Hardware. To truly wrap our heads around our place in this moving universe, we have to start at the very beginning. This beautifully simple timeline maps out our 13.82 billion year chronological climb. It takes us all the way from that uniform singularity of expanding spacetime, what we commonly call the Big Bang, through the cooling of the cosmos, the ignition of the first stars, and the forging of the elements. It took over 10 billion years of cosmic evolution before we saw the first solid signs of life, around 3.5 billion years ago. And from those first single cells, after billions of laps around the sun, here you are, highly complex, living, breathing, and somehow able to ask questions about your own existence. Chapter 2. Citadel of Living Specks. Who are you? Now that we've zoomed way out, we have to look inward at the physical vessel actually experiencing all this time. What you discover is that your body isn't just one singular object. It's literally a citadel of living specks. Beneath your skin is a microscopic world of trillions of individual, specialized cells. You've got blood cells carrying oxygen, immune cells acting like an internal defense force, bone cells, muscle cells, and they are all constantly working, dying, replacing themselves, and vying for survival. It perfectly takes the universe from an infinite vast expanse right down to the quantum biochemical circuitry of your own nervous system. So the absolutely crucial point here is that physically, we might just be a clump of fat and salty water forged from the dust of ancient collapsing stars. But our complex social brains make us the ultimate ambassadors to knowledge. The nitrogen in our DNA and the iron in our blood literally came from the insides of dead stars. Yet those elements have arranged themselves so perfectly and with so many connections that they've achieved intelligence. We are literally the universe waking up and thinking about itself. Chapter 3. The Cosmic Horizon. Where are you? We've established who we are and when we are, but to really grasp the majesty hidden in our daily lives, we have to understand our spatial reality. If you step outside your front door in a place like Lakewood, Colorado, your local visual horizon is an easily relatable 5,000 meters away. You look down the street, you see the buildings, the trees, the local landscape. It's a localized, comprehensible space that our brains have evolved to understand and navigate safely every single day. But contrast that comfy 5,000-meter bubble with the jarring 46 billion light-year edge of the visible cosmos. If you were sitting in a planetarium and zoomed out past the Earth, past the Milky Way, past the local galaxy groups, you'd eventually hit the cosmic microwave background. That is the actual radiation from the dawn of time resting at the very edge of our visible horizon. So we live our day-to-day lives within this tiny 5,000-meter bubble, but we actually exist within a 46 billion light-year cosmic sphere. All right. Having established the epic hardware of our reality, from the genesis of the universe, down to the microscopic biology of ourselves, and out to those staggering distances of space, we've got to pivot. The physical universe is the hardware. But to survive, thrive, and actually understand it, we need software. We need a way to process, decode, and navigate this reality. Part 2. Pillars of Knowledge, Decoding the Cosmos. This is where things get really interesting, because it builds a framework where mundane school subjects become your ultimate survival tools. It totally reframes our dreaded academic classes into specific, literal forms of power that were invented to decode the cosmos. They aren't just arbitrary hurdles you jump over to get a diploma. They are specialized tools. When you view them through this lens, learning becomes the literal process of downloading the capability to bend the universe to your will.
Let's break this down a bit. History? It connects us to our multi-billion-year past and expands your perspective well beyond just your single lifetime. If you only make decisions based on your own short life, you're severely limiting yourself. Math is the language of cold, hard logic and nature, whether it's using algebra to find new laws of physics or calculus to understand systems in constant change. And science builds models based on rigorous, raw observation to accurately map out this expanding cosmos.
Furthermore, you've got language and culture, which empower our hairless ape species to actually collaborate. Language allows a mind locked inside a biological body to escape through precise sounds and symbols. Think about it. Writing epic poems, creating oral traditions, or even just sending an email literally grants immortality to human ideas. It lets us pass hard-earned cosmic knowledge to the next generation. And culture? It unites us, allowing billions of us to survive and thrive together on this drifting speck of dust. Chapter 5. Operating System for Reality. Ultimately, these pillars of knowledge are not just academic subjects. They are the prerequisite operating system for reality. Without them, we really are just that clump of cells. But when we properly install this software, we realize the profound truth at the heart of this explainer. We aren't just living in the universe, separate from it. We are the universe observing itself. We are the cosmos made conscious, equipped with the history, math, and language to figure out what on earth is actually going on. To close out this mind-expanding explainer, we want to leave you with the ultimate framework for your daily life, what the author calls the version 2.6 closing stack. Really reflect on this. The book is your source code. The tutoring you undergo is your training. The CFO, your own executive decision-making, is the runtime. And your portfolio, your life's work, is the final cosmic output. So, now that you know the hardware and possess the software, what kind of output are you going to generate today?